Welcome Sagittarius to your June 2025 forecast. And for you, the most influential transit is going to be on June 6th, and that will be the full moon in your sign of Sagittarius. And it's going to highlight your self-discovery and life purpose. So you're going to receive major clarity about your mission and identity, and a personal breakthrough may occur as well. So what you can do is step boldly into your next level. You're being called to teach, to lead, or to inspire, or all three. Okay, so let's see how you're feeling here. So we have the Page of Cups here. So this is a creative time for you. So as you're exploring and discovering what feels good, what feels right, what you might be interested in, have fun with it. Be playful and use your intuition. Okay, so go by what you love, what's feeling good to you, and what it feels inside like you should be doing. We also have this Knight of Pentacles here. So you may also want to make sure that you're kind of thinking things through realistically, practically, logically, as well as from an emotional standpoint. So I see kind of like both areas being highlighted here of you doing things that make you feel good, but then also thinking about it logically, like, oh, is this something that I could maybe explore and expound on and potentially offer as a service to others? Or is there some way that I can do this so that it is an inspiration to others in some way? And likely if it's something you doing what you love and just being your authentic self, you are inspiring people. So the answer there is probably yes. But just remember to run it through your head space, your crown chakra, as well as your heart chakra. We also have the Four of Cups here, and you may be over analyzing things, so just be careful that you're not thinking too hard on it, and you're not being evaluating it too deeply so that it creates and causes stagnation and prevents you from actually moving forward on the ideas that you may have. And these could be, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, to be career opportunities like side hustles or business ventures that you're thinking about. But as well, since we're speaking of self-discovery and life purpose, this also to me is about your spirituality and your spiritual growth as well. So you doing things and progressing in both areas is going to help each individual area, and it's going to like come together and coalesce quite nicely for you, if that's making any sense. Just be aware also that, you know, there are going to be some opportunities that come your way that, you know, may ignite some interest within you. And if it does, definitely explore it, because some of you are going to have that happen and then not really take action on it, or not research it, or not jot it down. So just be mindful of like when ideas come up and you do feel inspired, if you're not going to take action on it right at that time, then, you know, put it in your notes or put it in your journal as an area that you might want to explore later on. We also have this Four of Wands here. Okay, so this is you like really creating and working on generational wealth or your foundation here in some way, working on creating like even like a strong spiritual foundation here. So this is not just about finances, it's also about just bringing and tying it back to what the focus here and the theme is that self-development and growth. So you're really looking for something that's going to fulfill you emotionally, and this is really that opportunity for you to step into a new portal, open a new chapter, allow a new beginning to happen so that you can do the things that you love. Okay, and it absolutely can lead to you being prosperous and have financial abundance and security by doing the things that you love. So that's why I'm bringing in the career here, because we're also talking about life purpose here as well. So you should definitely be financially free and abundant off of your life purpose. And that's my own 2 cents in it, that I'm saying, but it just makes sense, right? You doing the things that you love and then being able to receive as a result of that. Okay, so we also have you transforming here as well. So that is wonderful. So we know new chapters are opening, and you're continuing to grow and expand your consciousness and raise your frequency and vibration. So it's wonderful to see that you're allowing old things that just don't work for you, that aren't a part of who you are at this time, to go away. So that is also a critical component of this as well, because you don't want to bring anything into new chapters or new beginnings that's not helpful to you, because all it's doing is taking up space and it's preventing blessings and abundance to come through to you. It's just acting as like a blocker, basically. So let's see what else. So we have generosity, wonderful. And I'm hearing that birds may have some spiritual significance to you, or some sort of significance to you. So if you feel called to do so, you may want to look up the spiritual significance of birds, because you may find some messages there for you. But also you're being guided to be... whatever this is that you're thinking about, your life purpose does involve generosity and support of others in some way. And it really could literally just be you inspiring them, being that inspiration, sending out unconditional love and light to them. I mean, that's part of it. That may not be all of it, but that is part of it. So just consider how you supporting others and being of support and of service to others, if that is something that makes you feel fulfilled, then you may want to start to explore that path. And in the meantime, if there are ways that you can support and help others, absolutely do that. And it doesn't have to be monetarily. It doesn't have to be money at all. It could be just providing your time out in the community, or just even supporting others online in some way. Also, it could be, I had it and then I lost it. I'm gonna find it here. Yeah, it could also be you just like talking to individuals and giving them advice and wisdom. So yeah, it doesn't have to be monetarily. You don't have to be just supporting people from a monetary perspective. Okay. So let's look at some challenges here. So we do have this 3 of Swords here. Okay. There may be a little bit of trouble here when you're trying to move forward for some reason, for some way. So there could literally be like a partner or someone that you're involved with, or someone in your family unit that is holding you back in some ways. And it's not going to resonate with everyone, but there is some of you that, that is the case. And you're being guided to really evaluate that, because in all phases of life, in this new phase, they may not be able to come with you. Just because you're on a higher frequency and there's other individuals that can meet you there and can provide to you what you actually need there to continue on your journey. So it could be that some individuals are really just lessons for you. They're not meant to be there your entire path. Okay? And you may have difficulty with coming to this realization, or you may have already done that and that separation has already occurred, and you're in that healing process and you're like, I'm just going to focus on me and growing and developing me and myself and healing myself. Okay? So that even if you are there, that may still be something you're working through and you're processing. You may be still in that healing space, so I can see how that could come up as a challenge, even if you feel like you've already done that and you're already there. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles here as well. Okay, so you may have some fear of success, and it may just be, what I'm feeling is that it's more about like the responsibility that comes with that, and like others and what they're going to need and be expecting and wanting and asking from you, as opposed to you actually like fearing having fame and fortune and prosperity here. So that's another thing that you may have to address at some point, and you may want to start thinking about it now. And for some of you that are already there, you can provide support and help to others that are in the place where they are trying to figure that out. Like, what does this mean if I'm all of a sudden rich one day? Like, am I going to lose it all by giving it all away to people that are just asking for things and wanting things from me? Or am I going to be able to set healthy boundaries and provide support and help individuals, but also keep my financial foundation strong? Okay? So it's a wonderful time to start thinking about that. If you're not quite there yet, you will have to deal with that when you get there. So it's good to start thinking, like, how are you going to address that? All right, so we also have justice here, and we have you absolutely learning here as karma comes through and comes to you. It's really just showing you an opportunity here about any changes that you can make, and it's showing you what's not aligned with you, and you have that opportunity in the moment to adjust course or to change, not change, but readjust your communication is what I'm hearing. So it's like, if you know in the moment that you're about to say something that's like wowed and you could say it in a better way, then that is what karma is kind of like showing you, like, okay, now if you say it this way, then it's going to get this type of response. Whereas if you choose a more constructive way to say it, that's a little less emotional but still straightforward and direct, then you'll get a better response. Okay, so that's what karma is to me. But also just knowing here that things are going to work out in your favor. That doesn't mean things are going to be perfect and you're not going to have any tension or contrast that comes up. That just means that even in those times of contrast, of challenge, of setbacks, of pain and heartache, there are lessons in that you can learn and you can take with you. So at the end of the day, you're still winning because you're learning and you're becoming wiser in that process. Okay, so give me one more here. What else? Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles here. All right, so there may also be this struggle between internal versus external, or the 3D material world, and the spiritual world. So you may struggle a little bit with, well, I like my nice things. I like my luxuries. I like, the tangible things. I like my car. I like my truck. I like, the way that I look. You may be like very, very, very much in the material world and focusing on tangible results. And that could actually be counterproductive to your advancement, your spiritual growth. So that is something that will come up here for you. So you'll have to decide and just, again, pay attention at those times where you see that you're doing that. Maybe you can, take a couple deep breaths, or you can incorporate a self-care practice in. You could do a couple-minute meditation or something. Anything that can help you to be more grounded and to be more connected to your higher chakra, higher self and source. Okay, so let's get a message here. So we have, life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not in it just to win it. So that's an awesome message here, because we know this month you're focusing on that growth and development. You have new chapters opening. So this is just a reminder that it's about the journey, and it's about the things that you're learning along the way, and you seeing yourself going through different experiences and how powerful you are by healing yourself and learning and growing as a result of those experiences. And then you reach the pinnacle here, the outcome. but the focus is really on the now, in this very moment, and that should be your highest priority and where your energy is placed. Okay, so let's look at your underlying fears here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups here. Okay, so you may just, I'm wondering if some of you are unsure if you've healed enough and you're ready for growth, you're ready for new chapters. I feel like some of you struggle a little bit with that and wonder if it's something that you can handle. And some of you may also still focus on what went away or who went away, and just fear if you're able to reach success, to reach fulfillment without that or without them. We also have the Devil here, so some of you also have some vices here. So this could be as simple as like negative thought patterns and beliefs and traditions and systems. It could also be tangible, like smoking too much, drinking too much, partying too much, spending too much, eating too much. You know, it could be tangible in the physical world as well. But just know that any small steps that you take toward changing this and adjusting this and becoming more aligned with your authentic self are going to have major, significant positive impacts for you. Okay, so do a little bit at a time. You're not expected to just do this cold turkey, but just know that the more you do these things, the bigger the distraction they become from your growth and development. Okay, so we also have, let's see, the Hermit here. Okay, so this to me is like some of you may have, so two things. Okay, so one, and hopefully I don't forget both, but one is what I'm seeing is that you may fear like that this is going to be like a boring life if you are feeling fulfilled and you feel like you have everything that you want and need. Then you feel like you might get bored and you're like, you know, well, what's the fun in that? You know what I'm saying? I like to be spontaneous. I like to be adventurous. I like to have a good time. So you may be thinking like, okay, if I let all these vices go and I just become, you know, spiritual guru or something, then, you know, I don't know if that's going to satisfy me or if that's going to be for me. And the other thing I was going to say, okay, we're just going to go with that because I forgot it that quick. I knew, see, when I have a lot of things to say, then I forget them. But, okay, we're just going to stick with what I talked about because that must be the most important if I talked about it first. But just know and trust that you have everything already within you. So you are already that shaman. You are already that spiritual being that you're becoming as a result of this. You're already there. And so know and trust that when you feel like you're there, when you're on that frequency and vibration, you will not have lost anything. Anything that went away is because it's not for you anymore. So you can still be a shaman and have a good time. You can still be highly spiritual and enjoy yourself. You can still do those things. And you will figure out the right balance that's right for you. Okay? All right, what else? Okay, so we have Judgment, so you may... Okay, so I'm hearing some of you, and I don't feel like this is everybody because I immediately heard like, yeah, this isn't everybody here, but some of you do have fear about being judged and what other people will think of you or say about you if you do kind of shift into a more authentic version of you, because you're not going to be the same person. So some of you do have a fear about the opinions of others and what that is going to look like for you as well. Okay. All right, so let's get you some advice here. So let's see potential outcomes and get you some advice. So let's see, Queen of Cups here. Yeah, so just do things from your heart space and run it through your heart space, your heart chakra, and see how you feel, because you need to go with how you feel. You need to be doing things based off of how you feel, because that's what the universe connects with, and that's the results that you're going to see. So you saying one thing like, I'm fine, everything's good, if you don't feel that, if you don't trust that, if you don't know that within deeply, then that's not what the universe is going to connect with. It's going to connect with that uncertainty or those fears, those underlying fears, and it's just going to mirror that right back to you. So definitely lead with love. Allow yourself to feel the love. Do some self-care practices. I'm hearing that help you to stay centered, to stay grounded, and to continue to heal yourself and raise your frequency and vibration. And as you are walking through portals and opening up new chapters, do more of what you love as well. What else? So we have strength. Okay. So this is showing me that you are really coming out of this more emotionally balanced and fulfilled and stronger. You've learned so much. You've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and you're utilizing that on your journey moving forward. And that's why with these Four of Pentacles here, these wands, and you stepping through that portal, like, it's a portal to success. That is the outcome. Victory, success, celebration, fulfillment. It's just a matter of you going on the journey and embracing what comes to you and learning from it and being strong enough to persevere. So we see that you are here with fulfillment and strength. We have the Page of Diamonds as well. So you also are going to be very enthusiastic. You're excited for this new portal, this new chapter, these new beginnings. This could also result in a project for you, or you really delving into, once you find your purpose and your path, really delving into what that is for you. So I do see like a couple projects that you may start up, or a couple business ventures or endeavors, side hustles, whatever it is that works for you. I see you starting that up. Do not overthink things though. Really try to pay attention to that, because that is really just going to create roadblocks and to stop you from making progress if you start to overthink things. Okay, so we also have this Two of Cups here as well. Wonderful. So this is like, to me, union. You coming into a place where you feel confident, strong, courageous, brave. You are aligned with your higher self, and you're listening to your intuition, and you're making choices and decisions based off of your intuition, and allowing yourself to be divinely guided here is also what I'm seeing. So we also have the Self here, and that is so awesome that that came out, because that really ties everything back to the theme for this month, which is self-discovery and learning more about your life purpose. And this is inspiring you and guiding you to be who you are as you are, because you are enough already. You are already this person that you are desiring to be, and this person that you are becoming. You are already that person, so you need to act like it. You need to take inspired actions and be in that energy of trust and knowing of who you are. And this is reminding you that you're on a path, and there's one step at a time to happiness. Also celebrate the small milestones that happen along the way. So this is just reminding me of that. So I do want to talk about that. If you do have, because you are, like we talked about, in this space of healing here. So when you're feeling better, celebrate that. Celebrate that. because you know how it feels not to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So just be proud of yourself for continuing along your journey and continuing to give yourself unconditional love and compassion and empathy and understanding. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. So those are the messages I have for you. Have a wonderful month. Take care.